Hey guys, and welcome back to Star Control 2, and we are about to come across the most vile race, in my opinion, in the game. And no, it's not us. Stop looking at me like that. We are going to head into Druuge space. Now, as you probably remember from our conversations with the Melnorme, pretty much like everyone except that they hate the Druuge. And the reasons that they give for it are purely financial in nature, essentially. They see the Druuge as a bit of a trading partner, but one that's fairly, how should we say, has poor business practices. I think as far as the creators were going for this game, they were trying to make the Druuge represent the mega corporations, whereas the Melnorme represented more sole traders. But anyway, I'll let them introduce you themselves.
Attention, alien starship. You have arrived at the central trade world of the Crimson Corporation, home of the Druuge. Be welcome and take advantage of our excellent deal. We know that you have Mycon Deep Child egg case fragments aboard your vessel. Would you consider trading them to us for a shiny new Muller starship? Our sensors reveal that you have one of our more powerful hyperwave casters on board your ship. Have no fear, Captain. It was abandoned on the Burvixi Moon, and by our law, it belongs to you. However, we are fond of the device and wish to regain it through trade. Give us the caster, and we will give you all the fuel your ship can hold. We know you possess the Vortex Spawner. In exchange for the simple device, we will give you 3 Muller starships and fill your fuel tanks at no extra charge. This is the heart of our operation, the vital core of the Crimson Corporation. 1,000,000 deals are made here each day, perhaps more. You would be wise to take advantage of all our services, Captain. You will not find better deals anywhere. We are prepared to make a deal. Captain, a special deal, a bargain unequaled. Instead of the usual payment we would give for this item, what would you say to a different exchange? We would like to trade your commodity for a highly valuable precursor artifact, the Rosy Sphere. Its origins are filled with wonder, and its powers are uncontestable, though subtle. What is your response? Its genesis is lost in antiquity, along with the race who created it, the marvelous precursors. Note how the device glows, how it throbs, pulsing slowly, bright, then dark, like the heart of a slumbering god. Captain, this artifact has been in our possession for eons. Vast brutal wars have been fought over its possession. The offer we make to you here today is quite unique. Do not make a hasty choice. Ha ha! You are indeed a wise young human. The Rosy Sphere is yours. Very well. Return soon, Captain. Your patronage is appreciated.
Remember, I needed the Rosy Sphere for the mission that the Melnorme were giving me, but I think it's time we learn more about the Druuge.
While I am sure, Captain, that you would never make this foolish mistake, I still feel I should warn you about one of our laws. Specifically, Druuge Statute 3429, subsection A86. Definition of starship derelicts. Simply put, Captain, this statute recognizes that the universe is an inherently hostile place, and any ship which is unable to defend itself incites violence, usually because someone will try to take the unarmed ship by force. Therefore, any unarmed vessel in our space is defined as derelict and is available for salvage by anyone who finds it. Until next time, Captain. Greetings, friend and fellow explorer. I am an officer of the Crimson Corporation. We are the Druuge. We are delighted to make your acquaintance, and hope that we can do business together. Should your desires be similar, please hurry to our main trading world at Zeta Persei 1. More than a culture, Captain. We are an organization. The Crimson Corporation. Our corporation seeks only to improve our quality of life, and does so via the dribble-down effect. Until we meet again. Ah, it is the young human in the giant alien spacecraft. In case it has not been made clear to you, Captain, aside from your crew, there are certain items which we are willing to trade for. Specifically, these include vortex spawners, hyperwave casters, and the tough fungal mats discarded by the Mycon children as they penetrate the planet's crust.
Did you say crew?
Since this is your first time trading with us, Captain, allow me to explain our standard operating procedures. We will sell you fuel, ancient artifacts, even our own Mauler starships. All that we ask in return is that you assign some of your crew to serving here at our trade world on a permanent basis. No, Captain. Slaves have no choice in their destiny, no freedom. We would never accept the permanent assignment of one of your people unless we knew that they had granted you the rights to make such a deal. People as skilled as your flagship's crew will receive immediate posts in our Starfleet. They will serve alongside our own true starship personnel, sharing every duty. This is a great loss for us both, but we will not make an exception in your case. However, please try to be receptive to what I am about to say. We have taken the liberty of entering your ship's computer system to investigate the agreement signed by the Earthling volunteers who serve aboard your vessel. As we expected, we found that they have promised to obey you, Captain. Under every circumstance, no exceptions. You are fully within your rights to deal with us in our required manner. Should you change your mind, we will always be ready to work with you, Captain. Until next time, Captain.
Yep, that would be slave traders. So, you will have noticed that everything that I've done in the game so far which could be labelled as evil or bad was for a good cause in the end, you'd think. This time, this is for my enjoyment.
Captain, I'm glad you made it back in one piece. More fuel for the fire, eh, Captain? That last load should keep it blazing. The analysis reads as follows. Subject, rosy sphere device. Data, the specimen is 5 centimeters in diameter, perfectly smooth and composed of a blood-red translucent substance. Tests show that it has atypical ferromagnetic properties, but is utterly non-conductive. Summary, probably a precursor tool. Function, unknown. The next entry in the analysis is subject, hyperwave broadcaster, unknown design. Data, this technology is new to us, but though a bit primitive by Alliance standards, is capable of generating a very strong signal. Summary, should you wish to call someone in hyperspace or send a message through a mile of steel, this baby will do just fine. That's the end of our scientist report. Blow up an Ur-Quan for me, Captain.
Well, we already have the Umgar caster, so we don't really need the Bavixes one, but the Druuge did say that they would give us all the fuel that our ship could hold, didn't they, in exchange for it? So I think a little bit of a flagship reconfigure. This is a game exploit that I'm doing here, so I certainly won't be doing it more than once, but that looks fairly solid, I think. So let's head over to the Druuge homeworld. Nothing to see here.
The young starship captain from Earth. We hope your adventures have brought you wealth. How can we be of service? You wish to know more about us? Excellent. After all, knowledge should be free. Eh, Captain? Let's see. About us, well, we are the Crimson Corporation. And the Crimson Corporation is us. When the corporation's earnings are up, our quality of life soars and our benefit packages improve. The further up the ladder you are, the more you profit individually. When times are hard, the corporation must cut costs, usually by laying off employees. Since everything on our world is corporation property, this means any ex-employee is instantly trespassing and is guilty of stealing corporation property, such as air and sunlight. The only appropriate penalty for theft is to feed the furnace. Until we meet again.
Yeah, usually I have pangs of guilt when I'm about to exploit a species horrifically, but on this occasion I really don't have anything like that, and let's just avoid these maulers and get on with the business that we have here, which is missing the planet. So let's try that again. There we go. Excellent.
We welcome you to our trade world once again, Captain. We are at your service. You may be surprised to learn that we are deeply spiritual beings, Captain. We worship our God with great enthusiasm. You want details? Why, certainly. We Druuge are especially fortunate souls. Most aliens we have encountered have, at best, a tenuous relationship with their gods. But we Druuge have an ironclad contract. Our document reads as follows. Whereas the Druuge, hereinafter known as the Worshippers, wish to establish a long-term relationship with an omnipotent and all-knowing deific entity, hereinafter known as God or God, which shall mutually benefit both parties. The parties agree to abide by the following terms and commitments for the rest of eternity. The worshippers hereby promise to perform faithfully and to the best of their ability the following. 1. Worshippers shall make regular and sincere obeisance to God, including but not limited to prayer, sacrifice, and the building of large structures. 2. Worshippers shall make every attempt to convert non-believers, hereinafter known as them, making sure to obtain signed documents from same attesting to said conversion. 3. Worshippers shall not enter into an agreement with another deity without written permission from God. In consideration of the above correctly performed obeisance, God shall provide 1. Continued existence with little or no modification to the perceived reality of the worshippers. 2. No fewer than 3 miracles, force majeure, whose exact nature and timing shall be left to God's sole discretion. 3. Worshippers shall enjoy some form of life after death, which shall remain a complete and total mystery to worshippers until such time as they die. We, the undersigned, hereby swear to fulfill our obligations as defined above. Signed, the Druuge. God, being omnipresent and all-knowing, is considered to have signed this document by default. We are prepared to make a deal. I will buy the hyperwave caster. In exchange, you shall receive all the fuel your ship can hold. We are now hooking up the fuel lines to fill your tanks. I am ruined. You have sucked my full tanks until they are dry. Cruel monster. Bloated villain. Slicer of innocent throats. What shall I tell the manager? My spouse. I shall certainly be assigned to tend the furnaces. I shall burn in the atomic fires.
I think that got my point across, and next time we'll be searching for the Ur-Quan, who have the super bomb necessary to destroy the Sumatra. And I'm not done with the Druuge yet. I'll see you next time, guys.